You know what's funny? A woman can ignore your texts for 2 weeks straight, leave you on read, act like she's busy building a spaceship or becoming the next Beyoncé. But the moment she realizes you've moved on, boom. Suddenly she's asking, "Hey, how have you been?" Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the emotional roller coaster called How She Feels When She Realizes She's Lost You. And trust me, it's a wild ride. Let's break it down with simple examples, some laughs, and a little peek into the fascinating world of female psychology. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly what goes through her mind when she realizes the one man who really cared is gone. Let's begin. Stage 1, he'll come back eventually. At first, she doesn't panic. She tells herself, "Fifth, he's just mad. He'll text me by Friday." Because in her mind, you're not really gone. You're just taking a break, like a vacation from feelings. She assumes you're sitting at home, staring at your phone like a sad puppy, waiting for her to say hi. Spoiler alert, she's used to men chasing, used to guys folding faster than a cheap lawn chair when she pulls away. So in the beginning, she's calm, sipping her iced coffee, telling her friends, "He's probably still into me." Now here's where it gets fun. Stage 2. Wait, why isn't he chasing me? A week goes by. No text. No, "I miss you." No Instagram likes. Nothing. Now she's confused. She checks your story to see if you're sad. You're not. Instead, you're smiling, hanging out. Maybe you even posted a gym selfie or, God forbid, a pic with a new girl. Now her thoughts go from, "He'll be back," to, "Who is that girl?" And just like that, the tables turn. Funny, right? All it took was silence, the deadliest weapon in modern dating. Let's use a simple example. Imagine a woman is playing a game of tug of war. At first she's pulling, but you're pulling harder. She's winning. You're desperate. But suddenly, you drop the rope. Now she's stumbling backwards, confused, looking around like, "Wait, where'd he go?" That's what happens when you stop chasing. You remove the resistance, you remove the validation. Now she's the one feeling the loss, and the panic starts creeping in. Stage 3. Did I just lose a good man? Here's the thing. Most women don't realize what they had until they can't feel your energy anymore. Not your texts, not your attention, not your curiosity. It's like walking into a room where there used to be music, but now it's silent. Now she starts remembering the way you always checked up on her, how you cared, the little things. Maybe she didn't appreciate it back then because, let's be honest, some women get comfortable. They think good men grow on trees. But once she realizes you're not waiting anymore, she starts thinking, was he the one? Did I just mess up something real? And now, the overthinking begins. Stage 4. The Instagram detective agency. Oh yes, it's stalking season. She starts lurking. Not just your profile, your friends, your sisters, your co-workers. Even that random girl who commented under your picture last month. She's zooming in like an FBI agent. She's watching your stories faster than your mom watches telenovelas. Because now, she needs to know, are you really moving on or are you just pretending? And this stage is both funny and tragic. Because remember, this is the same woman who ignored your messages like you were a spam email. Now she's refreshing your feed like it holds the answer to world peace. Stage 5. Maybe I should reach out. Now she's fighting with herself. One side says, "No, don't text him. He should chase you." The other side? "Girl, if you don't say something, he's gonna be gone forever." And this is where she starts testing the waters. She might react to your story, send a meme, or hit you with the classic, "Hey, I had a dream about you, LOL." Yeah, that one. It's not about the dream. There was no dream. Unless it was a nightmare of you dating someone else. That's her trying to see if the door is still open. And how you respond will decide everything. Stage 6. Why am I feeling this way? Now she's actually emotional. You see, when she had you, her brain was relaxed. She had the power, the control. She could ignore you for hours and still sleep like a baby. But now that you're gone, her emotions start hitting her like a late-night Netflix plot twist. She starts questioning everything. Why do I feel jealous? Why do I miss him? Why does it bother me that he's happy? It's simple. She underestimated you. She thought you were one of those guys who'd wait forever. One of those guys who says, "I'm done," and comes back next Tuesday. But you didn't, and that's rare. That's powerful. Stage 7. Regret kicks in now. We're entering deep regret territory. This is where she starts replaying the past. The good mornings, the "I'm proud of you." The dates where you remembered the little things. The way you listened when she vented about her coworkers, her friend drama, or why the barista spelled her name wrong. She remembers you cared. And what does she see now? A man who left with dignity. You didn't beg, you didn't cry, you just disappeared, with class. And that hurts more than any argument. It's not loud, it's silent, and silence is brutal. Stage 8, the emotional breakdown, aka I miss you. Text. Now this doesn't happen in every case, but when it does, oh, it's dramatic. She might send a long text. I've been thinking about you. Yeah, I know I messed up. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I was scared, confused. Basically, it's a 3-paragraph romantic TED Talk. Or she might keep it short and vague. Hey, can we talk? You know what that means. Her ego lost the fight. Her heart won. Because when a woman realizes she lost a man who truly cared, it's like a punch in the soul. She remembers how you made her feel. Safe, seen, supported, and that doesn't happen often. Let's pause for a second and keep it real. Not every woman feels this way after losing a guy. Some don't care. But the ones who do, they feel it hard. Because they know deep down, they won't find that energy again. That quiet confidence, that loyalty, that love that didn't ask for too much, just respect. And once they lose it, they realize something powerful. You were the prize. Stage 9, she tries to win you back. Now, here's where the plot thickens. If she still has feelings, she'll start trying to become the version of herself she thinks you want. Suddenly she's supportive. She compliments you, laughs at your jokes, starts posting deep quotes on her stories like, "Sometimes we lose the best thing because we weren't ready. Ma'am, you had the best thing. You just didn't treat it like it mattered." Now she wants to fix it, but only because now she feels the loss. This is classic human psychology. We value things more when we think they're gone. And when she sees you happy, peaceful, unbothered, it drives her crazy, because she thought your world would fall apart without her. But instead, you upgraded, mentally, emotionally, maybe even physically. She expected a wreck, but found a man who leveled up. Stage 10. Acceptance or obsession. At this point, it goes one of two ways. She either accepts the loss, quietly, painfully, and tries to move on. Or she becomes low-key obsessed. Not in a crazy way. Okay, sometimes in a crazy way. But in a silent obsession. Checking your page, wondering who you're with, comparing every new guy she meets to you. And here's the part she'll never admit. You became the standard. The one who proved you don't need to beg for love. The one who showed her that losing a good man is a different kind of pain. So what's the lesson here? Simple. When you respect yourself enough to walk away from someone who takes you for granted, you teach them a lesson life never forgets. And whether she ever says it or not, deep down, she knows exactly what she lost. A man who would have done anything for her, but finally chose to do something for himself. And that is powerful. So if you're watching this and you're tempted to go back, tempted to remind her of your worth, don't. Your silence is loud enough. Let her feel the consequences, because when she realizes she's lost you, that's when she finally sees your value. And by then, you might not be available anymore. And that's the beauty of walking away with dignity. She lost you. But you found yourself. And that, my friend, is the greatest plot twist of all. If you enjoyed this breakdown of female psychology and how she feels when you're truly gone, drop a comment, like, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, you are the prize. Never forget that. See you in the next one.